Oh my god, I'm muted. Oh my lord. Thanks, Fantasy. I was pretty sure I unmuted. Uh, my mouse has been double clicking though, so I guess I have to keep an eye on that. Well then, all of my crimes are still secrets, I suppose. Dang. I was saying that there's a rumor that they're gonna take out the fireplace in my unit when I leave and get rid of it. So I'm gonna ask them if I can have that and the mantle because they're just gonna take them out because apparently it limits the space options too much. You know, never mind the fact that they put the dining room lamp at like 5 feet high, so like you walk through the room and smack your head on the lamp if you're any taller than 5'5". Stupid. But I'm gonna ask them if I can have the fireplace and mantle when I move, because I'd like to give it to my parents. Because they had a fireplace in their house, and they had to take it out because the way it was built onto the house, it was like causing leaks. And so an electric fireplace would be great for them. Aki's redeemed a streach. Oh yeah! Oh, first stretch of the morning. If anybody's got meds to take, now's the time to take your magic maracas. If they make your day better, then they're necessary. Drugs. But prescribed drugs. Prescribed drugs only. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I changed the color, but alright. You're you're taking yours with alcohol? That's probably not recommended, but here's a question. Should I add a little bit of the pink glow from the wings underneath to the horns? Just a little. Hey, dwarf! Thanks for the hydrate and the plaster check. Everybody on shrimp thine spines. Give your neck a little stretch, but not too much. You don't want to hurt the muscles in your neck. Don't do bad things. Also, don't inhale your soda. Not a good idea. I took them with water. Bought some good drink today. Enjoy the weekends. That is to enjoy in the weekends. Very good. Lucky Lisa and Ross Riders. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. We're working on the succubus painting again today. I don't know what happened on my music. My music seems to have vanished. It's probably because I deleted a bunch of stuff in the playlist while OBS was open. Music. Hello. Hold on here. That's, what the heck? Everything in the folder is gone. That's not supposed to be. No, everything is there. Huh. Well, we'll add a new directory. Select that folder. There we go. Now it's fixed. It's like, why is it so goddamn quiet? I took out all the WoW music because it wasn't vibing with me. it was a bit too melancholic in places, and I was just like, nah, I want it to be more smooth than that. Time for coffee. Oh yeah. So I drank all my cream. I guess she made like a boba thing last night. She drank all my cream, and I won't have coffee without cream, so now I can't have any coffee until I get my cream, and I'm just like, yeah. So I have tea instead, and Coke Zero. Fantasy, you should try and stream. At least, give it a try to see if you enjoy it. I initially tried it once, and, like, I hadn't been diagnosed with ADHD back then, so it was difficult for me to keep up with. There's a bit of a problem right here. This is with a symmetrical ruler. Has an issue. Why is this? I want the horns to be the same shape. You turn off the symmetry ruler, go back in and fix this. Why are you screaming for Sai? She's asleep right now. It's Sai sleep times. Oh, yeah, got the symmetry ruler back on. Oh, thank you. It still needs a little bit of work. I'm still not quite happy with it, but we're getting there. The hands turned out really great. They still need some cleanup. I'm still fiddling with the skin more, but I gave up on like the arms for now. Had a bit of a struggle bus moment, so I just like, let's move on to like the hair and the details and whatnot. And just like my lesson for the LARP dagger, that I taught the kid how to paint at Conquest. It's all about layering. Once you've got the layering technique right, you really can't go wrong with it at that point. Now, I am thinking of changing the color of these horns to add in a bit more brown. Just to create contrast, but black horns are, like, amazing, right? But horns aren't also just one color. They've got like striations and defects, and I haven't decided whether I want these to be like really ridged horns or I want them to be smooth, but I think it looks like they're going in a ridged direction. So I think I need to spend a little bit of time working on that shape. Specifically by actually drawing in the ridges in the bottom and the top. I want them to be as symmetrical as possible. Eventually I'll have to turn off the symmetry ruler and add in more unique shading for them, but I think I think the direction we're moving in is good right now. Hopefully recovering from allergies or something since yesterday was me. Oh, God. Sneeze City sucks. You ever get the thing where like you sneeze too much and then you're just in pain? That happens sometimes. This reflected ridge light, just little edges. Trust the process, trust the process. Looks messy right now, but I assure you it will look much better in the end. I all know my art looks scuffed until it looks alright. Say again, I already told you I'm really good at this. I'm super jealous of drawing so well, I'm sure you have a skill that I'm jealous of too. I just don't know you well enough yet. There are lots of things that I am very bad at. Plenty of things. As a matter of fact, art and writing are pretty much my only good skills. And even my writing is not that good. So, there. I spent a long time developing this skill, and the computer just puts me to shame in an instant. But I also know that the computer itself does not have any talent, and it's built on the talents of other artists who came before me who are better than me. So, like, I don't have much of a choice in that matter. Everybody starts somewhere, and I've been learning a long, long time, and I still get a lot of things very wrong. Yes, Neff likes to say that he can't even draw stick figures, but I disagree, because if you can write letters, you can draw stick figures. And also, like, that video stick fight from a long time ago, where it's like just two stickmen fighting in an animation, like, I can't fucking make something like that, like, Jesus Christ. Like, that's like the coolest gosh darn thing on the internet. I'd never in a million years be able to make something like that. So, different skills, different people. I'm of the opinion that anybody can learn to do art. You just have to put in lots of effort and be willing to take critique and grow. That's the biggest problem for most people is they don't see progress right away, and they give up. Or they see somebody who's a lot better than them at art, and they're like, oh, I'll never keep up with that, and then they don't try to grow from it. And I always think that's like a real shame, because I think anybody can learn how to draw and do artwork. But some people have to take more effort than others. I had a crush on this guy for the longest time, from like grade 3 to college. And the reason I started drawing is because he was a really good artist. And just like naturally gifted. Like he could look at a ferret and draw it in pen and it would be realistic. And like I can't, even today, there's no way I can conceive of that. And he just draws it in like 10 minutes. It would take me like 2 weeks and I would need like a still photo reference. But he was drawing this ferret while it was moving around in my arms. So I think there's no need to be jealous. I can't make music. I would love to be able to make music, and it's just one of those things that I am terrible at. I don't have a good ear for it. And people can make music. I am, in some regards, jealous of them. And I know I shouldn't be. Because, like, you wish you were better at these things that you love. And I know that, like, if I spent, thousands of hours learning how to make music, I could probably be pretty decent at it. I will never be truly talented or skilled at it. But it's because I just don't have enough time in my human lifespan to be able to do it. I would rather draw pictures and then listen to other people's music. As much as I would love to learn to make my own music for my stream, it's just not something that I will ever be able to do, and I have to accept that. But if people want to learn how to draw and paint, I recommend like the exercise that I've been doing early on, where I would take a photo and I would duplicate it without using the color wheel. Or without using the select tool, so I wouldn't take any color from the picture. And anybody can do that. It is a very basic exercise. You start with an egg, or a bowl of fruit, or a picture of a cat, something simple. Cats aren't simple, so I wouldn't recommend starting with that. But eggs are simple, and they're surprisingly difficult to draw. So, if you want to learn how to paint, start with that exercise. And, like, learning the basics. Like, I know people are like, oh, you should learn color theory. And it's like, I never learned color theory. I've acquired color theory through experience. I just understand the fundamentals of color theory just from experiencing it myself through doing these exercises. Being terrible at something is the first step to being kind of good at something. Absolutely, Marinai, and welcome back. Hi, how you doing? It's good to see you again. And that's a great quote from Adventure Time. Absolutely. Because the best way you learn is through failure. It's like the LARP Town project. I was talking to someone about that last night. He wants to invest in the project. And I think we're going to start kicking it off. I think we're actually going to try and do it. So, actual planning and, arranging businesses and titles, actual, real, the scary part of business is going to be happening. Health stuff has made me invert and turtle up. Aww. Well, I hope things get better for you soon. That really sucks. Yeah, so the scary things are probably going to happen soon, but you know what? If we fail, then we fail. But if we never try, then we can't succeed either. It's the same thing for any endeavor. The streaming, the art, meeting new people, applying for a job. It's all the same. You can't win if you don't play. If you're afraid of failure, you'll never succeed. And I've spent too long being afraid of the failure. So we're gonna do the scary thing. We're gonna get together, start a company, and look into buying the land in the next year or so. Which is a terrifying prospect. Absolutely horrifying to me. Because I never have any money, so spending money is absolutely terrifying. But in this case, it's you're spending a little bit of money and you're taking on a bit of debt in order to start a business to make money and live comfortably for the rest of your life. Hopefully. That is the end goal. As well as the primary goal for us was, make the world a better place. Even just a little bit. Just a little corner of our world. And just try and make things a little bit better. Give people joy. I don't know why I'm painting from the hard angle. I should just paint from the easier one. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's okay. Thanks for the hydrate, Aki. The best part about digital painting is if you fuck it up, you can always undo it. That's what I really like. Like right here, I don't like this, so we're gonna fix this. We'll go back in and make the background pretty afterwards. Yeah. Those are looking pretty good for like base stuff. Just comforting hung. I'm sitting debating in my Viking tunic or normal clothing. Looks like it might rain. What's more comfortable? Honestly, I'm slowly getting rid of all of my clothes and turning my wardrobe into stuff that I have designed and made myself, because modern clothing is shit and I hate it. Yep. Thank you, Puma. How you doing this morning? And I don't know about patience, but like I'm also like biting at the bit to want to sign this because I'm really proud of it. Turn off the ruler again. So I need to fix in here a bit. messed up his head. This hair would actually be pretty dark, wouldn't it? Because it's shadowed by the horn. This is where we start to lose a little bit of the symmetry. But that's okay, because it doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect uncanny valley. Thank you for the hydrate knife. And we get a streach too. Speaking of stretching, I have to let Tesla out. Whoa. Not yet. You only ate half your breakfast again. Well, you ate actually more than half, but still. I returned. I'm alright. Back is a touch sore, always in the morning. Might need to rotate your mattress. Yeah, you should probably do that every once in a while. I haven't done that in a bit, but I'm moving next month anyway, so. A tourniquet isn't, but I'm bringing a jacket just in case. And tiny Fenrir wolf, nice. Alright, what was I fixing here? The hair. Push comes to shove, I can always grab the hair from the previous version, cut it out, put it back. Again, the wonders of digital painting. Which is probably exactly what's going to happen in this case. Should rotate slash flip the mattress every 6 months. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I did mine. Again, these are things they don't really teach you in school, but they really should. Let me know if the music's too loud, by the way. There's some songs that are louder than others. This song in particular is one of the louder ones. Yeah, all I can do with my mattress is rotate it top to bottom. Like, not flipping it over, but like make the foot the head and the head the foot. That's all I can do for my mattress rotation. But even that will help extend the lifespan of the mattress and help reduce settling. So even that much of a rotation is still good for you and the mattress. Yeah, that's starting to come out really nice. The music might be echoing a bit. Oh, that would probably be the desktop audio. Oh my lord. I had a tab open and I got raided into someone else overnight. I hope that didn't come through. Although the desktop audio is off. But if I turn the desktop audio off, then you can't hear Havarti if somebody uses Havarti. I really need to do some more work on my audio channels, because, like... Enjoy your nap in the shade, Aki. Yeah, those horns are turning out pretty good. It'll be a shame when I have to put the jewelry on it, too. Yeah, I need to take a short break from the horns, so I think I'm going to work on the wing a little bit. I'm gonna clean all this up too. Got really messy when I was fixing things. See if I can achieve that texture that I've already established. Lots of tapping. It's kind of almost pointillism that I got going on there. Also, I linked a Daily Dose of Internet in the memory. It has some otters in it, just for Puma. Otters to motivate you for your day, Puma. Otters, yep. Those of you who don't know, Puma loves otters. And they're making all their cute little squeaking noises, and they're trying to, like, all look over the wall at the zoo to see the person. After work healing? Absolutely. I hope they bring energy to your tired soul. Thanks for the hydrazio! And then posture check. Everybody on shrimping spines. Give your neck a little stretch, but not too much. You don't want to hurt yourself. Yeah. I took a little bit of a stretch in there too. We were just working on the horns, Eogrim. I've taken a break from them. Just need a little bit of a rest to reset my mind on those. But we're coming along pretty far with this painting. Just reworking the mess that is the wings. Trying to figure out how I did this beautiful texture before. I think I'm getting there. Zio is popular in my chat. How you doing today? If you guys don't already follow Zeogrim, you should be following Zeogrim because he is a fantastic artist. Same with Puma. Puma's also a fantastic artist. You should follow her. And Aki's playing Minecraft on his channel. And he's got a couple of mods going. One of them being a horror mod. You should also follow Aki. And his lovely British accent. Real question though, when is mommy going to step on me? Soon. Soon, my friend. She's getting ready to step real hard. Doing good, just sat down, have some coffee, and work on some stuff with you on my other monitor. That's nice. Well, thank you for always swinging by. You missed Evan yesterday. Evan came in right when I had stopped to play some Palia. He had really bad timing. I was feeling really crusty yesterday, so I thought perhaps doing some work and then playing some games to just chill out a bit would be a good idea, because man, I was not feeling good, and then I ended up sleeping all day. Yeah, everybody was kind of tired yesterday. I wonder what it is. Sai was tired too. I mean, it's overcast here, so I can understand like why we're a little bit tired, because there's no sunlight. The other day, though, it was like weirdly bright too, and we were just like, no, no, we're dying. Trying to replicate the texture that I put in up here. Why is my whole canvas fucked? Canvas? Why are you... I must have moved it at some point by accident. No? What the hell? What the fuck? That's weird. Why is my canvas smaller than it should be? Oh, you know what? It's probably this tool. I did some liquify to fix things up, and that's probably what it was. So, smidge and drag it over. There we go. That's what it would have been. The minor adjustments that I was making the other day. But yeah, this texture in here is what I'm trying to recreate again, and it's surprisingly difficult. Oop, monitor. The monitor likes to turn off on me. as with the pen tool. Soften it up with the round brush. It was a day, so I might have figured out what sketch I want. You can get one of your points. Oh, nice. You offer sketch redeems for your points? Been thinking of doing that, but still not sure because I take such a long time to do art. I'm a very slow artist, and I feel bad for that. I think my clients are so patient. At least they know they get the absolute best that I could possibly do with the time when they commission me. There's that at least. But they're still very patient. Okay, I want to fix this joint a little bit. I think I've managed to replicate it. Can't remember what I did. another one, you'd have to save 66k more. Just let me know if I like or something out. Today I'm going to be playing Deltarune. Nice. Just increases the agony. Step on me, Bobby! Yeah. Be careful, Necromancer. She's going to step on you with her feet. Okay. I want to take this tool. Too much. Feet. I spent a lot of time recently watching anime. Got obsessed with Hell's Paradise and Dandadan. I recently watched Dandadan and it's so good. God, I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. Now here's the question. Do we like the desaturated side more or the more saturated side, Necromancer? Do you prefer the desaturated wings? Even though they're not quite done yet. I feel like the saturated side, like, draws the eye a little too much. Yeah, that's what I was going for, was translucency, but I think I may have overdone it. Let's, yeah, I think I overdid it. I'll leave the multiply off for now. And we'll go back and play with it once the other side is finished too. But this level of translucency is actually much nicer. I think adding the multiply was a little too much. Yeah, I agree, Zeogrim. There's not enough light, and I still want to add more shadow to her skin because, like, her shoulders and her arms are just a little bit too bright too. Because the light's coming from above and behind, there should be more shadow. It's the lacking confidence part. But you know, we started with this at the beginning of last week, and I think it's come quite a long way. It's mostly like the part I love the most is right around like the middle background here, where the dress and everything's just blending out of the smoke, and I'm just like, oh. I keep looking at it, I'm like, I don't know how I did that, but it looks so great. Had to do so much repainting around like the wings and the shoulders and the arms that like I thought I'd messed everything up, but then the smokiness came out because I had to cover the tail and repaint the tail, and I was just like, let's carry that over, and oh, I love it when things come together. Happy accidents. We had our Bob Ross moment. A happy accident, and it created art. So your best rendering was done for a shitpost. Damn. I missed your stream yesterday. I'm sorry. I was watching Aki. He needs a little bit of love on his channel. He doesn't have very many viewers yet, but his Minecraft playthrough was kind of fun. Helped him adjust his mic so that we could hear him. I'm thinking of picking up a little bit of Minecraft on my channel. Because I'm part of Arcane's server, actually. So I wanted to maybe do some building. Alright, I want more shadow on these bits of wings. More shadow on the dark edges, because the light that would be coming through would be coming through on these ones. The small ones also have thicker skin too, so it's like mostly this panel and a little bit like around the edge of this one down here. We get the most light, because here it would be thicker. Grab a bit from over there. And around these holes it would actually be brighter, because this is where it's thinnest. A little bit around this one too. Just little reminders. It's where it's thinnest and brightest. Want to see something cursed? Absolutely I do. I love it. Can I share it? Cursed things are the best. I'll wait till you say I can share it, then I'll share it. I love it. I love it. It is so cursed. Hey, it's a copy image. A smug shaved gremlin. I love how it looks crossed between a thumb and a potato. That is great rendering, by the way. I love it. Sometimes when we're just being our stupid selves, we do the best work ever. See, it is cursed. Yeah, he's beautiful. I love his eyelashes. But isn't the rendering so good? It's just a cross between a thumb and a potato. Oh, I love it. I love it. Zio, you're the best. I love it. Oh, God. Oh, the laughing makes me cough. Yeah, Zio's such a good artist. If you're not following him, definitely follow him. His rendering is amazing. His art style is just rad. Reminds me of, like, album covers, but for, like, I'd say, like, 80s, 90s, like, grunge rock bands, or, like, fringe rock. I love it. The, like, fringe indie rock band art. You came back to a smug shaved gremlin. That does the tracking. Asaya said that she's gonna give me the iPhone too when we separate, which means I don't lose my really nice tracking. It may be an older model, but older model is all I need. As long as it works, it's good. But yes, Zio is a tremendously talented and hardworking artist, and he does art a lot faster than I do. If you're sick of seeing the same piece for months at a time, go watch Zio, because he's a lot faster than me. Mathis! Meow. You're touching my hips. They hurt. Please don't. It's always the most sensitive spot. Why? Oh, he's here. He's here. He wants lovin's. Hold on. We're gonna have to stop for a minute. Come here. Come here, big boy. Why do you always run away? You want me to pick you up, but then you flop over and then I can't pick you up. Oh, God, you're too heavy. Jesus Christ, cat. Oh. Oh, okay, it's big boy cat time. Oh, hi. Hi, buddy. He is here. He is purring. Let's see if we can get him to purr for you guys. Purring for you. Big purrs for Big Mathis was big heart, big snuggles. That's Mathis. He's a big snuggly baby. There'll be a lot less cat time when I move back home because there's a lot less cats. It's Tesla, and he doesn't like the microphone being in his face. He really hates it, in fact. He's always trying to move away from it. And he doesn't tend to come for snuggles very often, though I suspect that will change after he doesn't have any other cats to play with. Mara and I will have to come over and visit and meet Tesla as well. It'll be nice to have everybody come and visit. I think Mom would really like to see everybody again. I think she misses the house full of friends. My dad, on the other hand, he's like, fuck people. I want to set up an art studio in the basement. You know, something that I always wanted to do and never got around to doing it. And then, you know, when I finally had the impetus to do stuff, I didn't have access to the basement or tools and workshop space. Except my computer's going to be up in my room, so I'm going to have to find, might have to make a second computer for the basement for streaming and music and stuff. Or just set up my shitty laptop to run music. I just can't hear my mouth now. Right, Mathis? I pick you up and you just shed everywhere. The hair is finally growing back on your belly. You're finally getting hair back. He licked all of the hair off of his white patch. I think it was back when my mom had her second stroke. I didn't empty the litter box soon enough because I was super stressed and playtime did not exist. And so Mathis got upset and licked off all his fur. And I feel so bad. Stress does weird things. Alright, off you go, buddy. Oh, no, he wants me to give him the slappies. Come here, Moose. You want the slappies? You want the slappies? There you go. What's the butt slaps? Yeah, that's what you want. I know what you want. You want the butt slappies. Okay. Cats. I gotta drink my tea before it's too cold to even want anymore. Now I know where to put the tea bag. I'm sleepy. I know I have a napkin around here somewhere. Everything's all over the place. Milk is separating in my tea. Ugh. Well, it's all dark where it goes anyways. That's good. It's a hibiscus tea. I'm gonna take a quick second to step away. Use the bathroom. My bladder's full. Anything. Man, I really can't wait to sign this picture. Not because I want it to be done, but because I'm just so proud of it, even at the stage that it's at. Trust the process, trust the process. I still have to make it look a little bit more like your wife, too, so, it's only gonna get a little bit better when I'm done the actual portrait part. I think her lips are pretty close. I'm not sure, but from what I last saw, the reference that you sent me, I think I got her lips pretty close. figure it out eventually. Naff, are you okay? What's wrong? Not enough sleep? Now my caseworker says ODSP covers physio. Yeah, I figured they didn't know what they were fucking talking about. As soon as you pointed out that it's like, no, the government website says this, it's like, clearly they fucked up somewhere. And they're like, oh shit. Yeah. And yet they won't hire people like us who are, like, very conscious of, you know, doing a good job. They're government workers, so they know they're really hard to fire or let go. So they're like, oh, I'm secure in my cushy job. Don't have to worry. Don't really have to know the things that I should know. I wouldn't mind being a caseworker for people on disability. I would make sure I do a good job to do the best job that I could to help them, but the government won't hire me. Why they won't hire me, I don't fucking know. It's enraging. Okay. The thing is, the website says ODSP will cover physio, no health card required. Take a wild guess what she said. They do cover physio, but you have to go to a place that takes ODSP as payment. Not everywhere does. There's criteria 2 on the page. I was just pointing out the criteria 1 on my caseworker. Assuming physio, so I had to go through this too. But yeah, website says no health card required, and my caseworker says, oh yeah, ODSP will cover physio, but it'll be on your health card, no ODSP. What? I don't think your caseworker fucking knows what they're doing. Is there someone you can report this person to? Because I don't think they know how to do their job. It'll be on your health card. What does that even mean? It's not like the health card's a payment system. It just says that you have insurance coverage under Ontario. Hey, look, they have a boss. They have a boss somewhere, and you can take that complaint up the ladder. So you do need to have a valid health card according to the physio place I went to. Need your health card number to put in the claim. Yes, I think it. I think that no health card required thing is just like, um, for certain places. Yeah, like at the beginning of this month, I started on the Ontario Drug Benefit Program. So like I can get my drugs at a cheaper cost up to a certain amount throughout the year, which is nice because I need to refill one of my meds before I move. As a matter of fact, I need to refill it this week. So I gotta find that letter and bring it in. Fuck. I don't know where that letter is. Because I am in the process of moving and all of my stuff has been moved around and packed and... But I think it's in my desk drawer. I think I set it aside on purpose. But yeah, I think that no health card required thing is, for like certain places, they just send it to ODSP. I wouldn't understand why they would do that, because like OHIP is what covers it, right? Our government doesn't know what they're fucking doing. It's so inefficient. It could run much better, but everybody's too busy arguing over the seat of power to really do anything that needs to be done, and it's so vexing. The wings are looking a lot better already. It's made hard on purpose because some people just give up and then they have to give out less money. That is so asinine. It's the people who need it the most are the ones more likely to give up too, because they're tired and in pain and need help. It's just so dumb. If you helped these people, they're more likely to get off these services because they get healthy again. And they're, you know, the ones that can get healthy again. And then they go back to work and contribute to the economy of our nation. Whereas not helping people doesn't make anything better and actually ends up costing more money in the long run. It just doesn't make any sense. Their logic is flawed. Ah, rage! On another note, I did find someone who wants to become an investor in Larktown. He's just waiting for his money from the VA. And, he was in the Navy, and during physical training exercise, they were running at like, he says probably about 12 to 14 miles an hour, and he rolled his ankle, and he went down, and broke his ankle, broke his back, and basically just ended his whole career. But the guy has like so many skills. The government will give me an aneurysm first. Yeah. I'm very firmly of the belief that like if we get the right group of people together, we can just take care of each other, and like you don't need the government to interfere in things. Let's create our own mini nation in a way. It's like, oh, you need massage therapy? Well, there's this guy who really likes to give massages. Why don't you share some produce from your garden with him and ask him for a little bit of massage therapy, because I don't know, he really likes tomatoes or something. You're really good at growing tomatoes or whatever. Barter and trade system works pretty well to some degree. Money also works really well because we always need that to pay taxes and shit. Can't get away from it. Not until we have like a full universal basic income. And even then, the problem with UBI is companies will just raise their prices because they're like, well, people have money now, so we can gouge them for more. You have to fix the problem with the greed of corporations before you can do anything like universal basic income. Because it's the corporate taxes that should be paying for that, but we don't tax our billionaires. We tax our poorest people the most, and that doesn't make any fucking sense. The way it should work is if your people are richer, the more money you collect in taxes, and therefore that money goes back to them in the way of social services that everybody gets. And if you don't need them, then you don't need them, and that's fantastic. And ultimately, you want to try and get your society to a point where they don't need those things, but those things are available should they need them. Wow. Logic. And it's really not all that hard to do either. You just tax the billionaires. But we don't do it, and it's annoying. It's incredibly vexing. And then people wonder why there's things like piracy. Although I did like that thing that you shared the other day, Neff, about the crackheads always find a way to get high. Don't be out-hustled by a crackhead. So, basically, never give up. I really enjoyed that. I had a good laugh. If you're feeling down and demotivated, just remember that a crackhead always finds a way to get their fix. Don't be out-hustled by a crackhead. And like, I kind of have a product idea that I want to test out and see if people will like. I want to make a wax seal kit for Conquest to sell my seals as like protection seals and whatnot, magical items. And I have this one of those cauldrons that you put the spoon on to melt your wax with a candle underneath, but the spoon handle is too heavy and falls off. And thus spilling wax everywhere, and the actual cauldron is too light, and all of the other cauldrons are the same way. They're all the same design, and it's ass. So I'm gonna try and design my own and see if I can market that as a product. Oh, something that I saw in my shop that I can make by hand with relatively easy tools. Yeah, the spoon just flips off the edge because the handle weighs more than the spoon with the wax in it. It should be a solid bullet handle with a wooden handle over the brass as insulation. Yeah, yeah. No, the spoon just flips off the thing. If you nudge it the wrong way, it just falls off and spills wax everywhere. It's just a bad design. Because they were like, oh, I just need to rest the spoon on the side, but if you don't rest it just right, it'll just flip off. I've used a few different cauldrons, and they're just all bad. The spoons too. The spoons are bad. And I don't know if it's just because, like, a couple of designs have become really, really popular. But it's just, I don't know. I did find a spoon for wax sealing that's got, like, 2 little handles on the side. But the bowl is, like, really wide and shallow. Which I suppose is a little bit better, but it's not deep enough to make, like, really big seals. So they need, like, a slightly deeper spoon. Never worked with brass in a forge. Just make everything Nordic gold. Nordic gold is really rad stuff. Eventually I would like to make, I've loved this particular brazing style for years. I wonder if it worked for wax seal kit. Probably. I mean, we could work on a product together. I think that'd be neat. Like, you're a very talented blacksmith. Like, the stuff that you showed me that you did have pictures of looked really nice. And, like, I would be honored to work with somebody with such talent. My brother has a background in tool and die, and I'm hoping to get him to maybe make some punches for me or something if we're gonna do anything out of, like, plate metal. I think that'd be neat. I would like to have, like, a proper workshop up at Larktown for making things, you know, from carpentry to tool and die, so that, you know, we can make the things that we need up there without having to go hours into a bigger town or city. You know, proper homestead workshop. Oh, Harley wanted to have a meeting as well after stream sometime today. So if you're okay with taking like an hour or two of your time today, we can figure out a time to sit down and talk. Would the example image go in art or crafting on the Discord? I think the crafting channel is actually a forum for you to create a thread. I still need to rework a little bit of things on the Discord. Oh, no, I think it would go in crafting because you're, like, physically making the object. Art is more things like needlework and sewing and... But crafting is more like prop making, stuff that you'd use tools for. But you could also create a workshop thread or a studio thread. I think workshops were for things in progress. I don't know. The libraries for writing, studios for art. Yeah, I need to rework the Crafters Union section. So I still need to do a little bit of work in that section. Because, like, I know people want to share art. There's some people that do solely art. I do a little bit of everything. Some people only want to see your art and not your crafts. But I think I just might make it just one thing. What if I forge and weld a sculpture? Yes, it's art, but it's also a craft. I think the difference is the kind of tools that you use. But then again, like, I sculpt with Sculpey, right? And that's both, again, which is why I'm thinking just merging them down. I think the idea was that the art studio was for finished things, and the workshop was for stuff in progress and, like, people who needed help and feedback on stuff. Or, like, ongoing long-term projects, like the like Conk's puppet. Did we have the meta yesterday? I don't think we had the meta yesterday. Conk, we didn't have our meta. I thought something was missing yesterday. It's probably because I was feeling so crusty that I ended the art part and switched to Palia. I forgot. It's alright, Conk. It's not your job to entertain my stream. Just as Iron Man wax of an issue with the gold culture. Brass supporters, bronze. Ooh, fillet braising. That's neat. I do like bronze and brass. They're beautiful materials. I got some sakura mochi while I was out at the mall the other day. It is very tasty. Tastes like flowers. It's so pink. But that braising does look very nice. I think most of the cauldrons, like a lot of them are largely that sort of false brass. The one I have is the little black one. Well, I'll take a quick picture of it and upload it. All of my my spoons and my wax seals are already packed away in a box, but you'll see what I mean by like how it's really unstable. I'll just pop it into your thread or your as a reply. So, don't mind the cat fur and the hair and the scratches and everything all over my tablet. Tablet's seen better days. It is from 2009. And my photography is shit. But yeah, this is the one I have, and it's basically made out of aluminum. It's really, really thin and light. It weighs about as much as the candle does. I know you... I think you sent me stuff a while ago. Like a picture of a hook and stuff. Yesterday's entry. Your genius Athier? I can't even pronounce that. That's just a bunch of vowels. And, I mean, my name. My name is just a bunch of vowels, too. Okay, so I got... When I searched it up, I got... Pholiderperton. Pholiderperton. Pholiderpeton. Pholiderpeton. Extinct genus of emblomere amphibian which lived in the late Carboniferous period of England. The genus was named by Thomas Henry Huxley in 1869. Includes species P. scutigerum, based on the disarticulated front half of the skeleton discovered near Bradford, Yorkshire. Just a funny looking man. He's a funny looking dude. Look at his silly face. It's like a pre-newt. I'm using DuckDuckGo, so it could be different responses from Google. Is this the creature you were thinking of? Early frog due to being among the first amphibians. Yes, I was going to ask you if our meta is early amphibians. Because you sent us the Froge the other day. It looks like it. Well then, it could have a different name. Or it could be a subset. No, it's not. It's not our meta? Oh. Well, this picture is labeled as Eogenerous? I don't even know how to fucking say this word. And I like science. It's like a pre-newt. So when I go to the image search on DuckDuckGo, the labels are what I searched for, and not the. It's the largest land animal of its time and had twice as many vertebrae as most amphibians and reptiles. Wow. Is it not just early amphibians, but like early land life? Jennifer A. Clack suggested that a different emblemere, Aerogeneus atei from Newsham, Northumberland, belonged to the same genus of Folliderpton. Folliderpton? It's the derp lizard. She's assumed the genus Aerogeneus into the Phyloderpton and created the new combination P. atei. The anatomy of Aerogeneus atei has been described in detail by A.L. Panshin. Some of the phylogenetic cases, such as those by Marcelo Urrutia, Michael Coates, and David blah blah names, have been argued that Phyloderpton scutigerum and Aerogeneus atei were not closely related to each other. So there's some argument among paleontologists about the combination of Phyloderptum and Aerogeneus atei. That's just how I'm going to say those words. Today's entry is Areops megacephalus. Areops megacephalus is an extinct amphibian that lived during the early Permian period, approximately 295 million years ago. It was a large predator reaching lengths up to 3 meters. It's known for its distinctive large head and robust body, which suggests a semi-aquatic, primarily inhabiting lakes and rivers. Oh, who's a big crocodile Komodo dragon boy? He's got a big chunky head. A silly man. Look at that silly skeleton head. Honestly, it looks like something that came out of Spore. It's like a weird chunky, like, early 3D model. I love it. A chunky boy. Later, Birdie. Have a good day. Its name means drawn out face and has a face around 24 inches long. It does have a big face. as seen in illustration 5. It's 24 inches long. No, it's 24 hours long, that face. What a silly creature. Hello. Thank you for your metas, Conk. This guy is typically believed to have eaten Diploacalus. Calus? Yeah, Diplocalus. I hate the way science names things. It's just unpronounceable. It's confusing and unpronounceable. And I'm named Sayaka, so I also weigh 200 pounds, which is insanity. Yeah. It's a big boy. Big chunky boy with a 24-hour long face. My favorite of the metas so far still is that one with the skull. That terrifying thing. I have it saved somewhere. But you know the one I'm talking about. Where is it? Where is it? Oop. That folder does not exist on this computer. What that is. Dunkleosteus, thank you, thank you. I love that thing. I don't know why, I just love them so much. Do we still have a picture of it on my computer? I do not. I cleaned up my files the other day, so it's a shame I do not have the Dunkleosteus still on my computer. He is beautiful, dangerous, scary, love him. A chunky-headed boy. And of course, we can't forget. Oh, can't open it in this file format. It's a problem with WebP files. I hate them. Where is it? Didn't I just save a PNG file right here? File. Save as. PNG. Ah. It went here. Can't forget this guy. The Vichacha or something? Vichacha? the name nobody can pronounce. He's like, nah, bro. Stupid WebP files. Why does anybody use them? Alright. Should probably save this. I feel like I really do need to make the horns more like a brown tone. Just to bring up the red from the skirt, maybe. But just ever so slightly. Because her hair is already black and it's blending in with her black hair. I think I'm at the point where I need to take a little bit of a break from the picture for today. Maybe. I don't know. It's chat time, I think. I see a certain local lurking. A secret lurker. Beelzebufo came much later on, so let's... Huh. Well, tracking was just like... Thanks for the hydrate, Neff. Seem to the candle wax. Not the funny words. Yeah, the wax seal kit one. It's made out of aluminum and it's really, really light. And the spoon, I think, probably weighs more than the cauldron. And it's I feel unsafe just using it. Like I have to hold on to the spoon because otherwise it just like slides off the edge. It's a really bad design. The electric ones are nice because it's got like a slot that the spoon sits in, but they're electric. Garbage day. I want some Pocky. I'm gonna have some Pocky. I've got much of Pocky. How does one open this box? Just like that. There's only 2 packs in here. I hope. Well, it feels like there's a lot in the 2 packs, so that's not bad. It's a snack time. There, 1 stick of Pocky. Save the rest for later. Num 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 num. You know what make this Pocky even better? Is if the little cookie bits were chocolate. Chocolate and matcha go so well together. Baby, my bladder's full again. God damn it.
Add a turn. Couldn't find my pen. Okay, yeah, I think I need to take a break from this particular painting, so we'll... Yeah, I don't want to work on that right now either. This will, I'm sad that my collar broke so hard. I have a lot of, miscellaneous stuff. New folder. I mean, let's spend a little bit of time, like, maybe hashing out ideas for things, I guess. Because, like, for the wax seal kit, I want to have, like, a couple of bottles. Probably really wide mouth bottles for holding the beads. I have probably like 4 to 5 colors of these. You need like the spoon. So they have the spoon with like the long handle. It's got the wooden thing on the end, and then there's the spoon that's the disc, and it's got 2 little handles like this, got little trapezoids on them. And this one, like, a lot of people just put like a little like linen cloth or like a little piece of leather over it so that they can pick it up, because it will get hot from the rest of the fire. Got more wax bead. They look like the sea. Oh, nice. And of course you need to have your wax seals. And those are usually shaped something like this. The good quality brass ones, at least, will have will be nice and thick and heavy. One of the things I thought of doing, because they screw onto the end of the handle, right? So they have this little handle that they screw onto. It's got like a little peg. I thought of, like, if you have a box and you have a lot of wax seals, instead of having them roll loose, you have like little screws that come out of the box lid, or like in a drawer or something. This is the worst rectangle I've ever drawn in my life. You'd have like a little drawer, and then you'd have these little pegs at the intervals, and you would just be able to screw the seals down into them and then unscrew them when you need them. Jesus Christ, this drawing is so bad. So you would just be able to unscrew them and screw them back in when you don't need one, and that way they're not like rolling around and getting all lost and stuff. And I would think like maybe 2 spoons at most, but I would prefer these ones because I feel like they're more stable. The other thing is, like, out in the field, one of the things that we were having a problem with was wind. Wind was a really big problem. It would blow out our candles. Because there was no wind protection, so the box definitely would need like a wind screen. Kind of like a Coleman stove. Windbreak. Let's see, what else do you need in a wax seal kit? Generally, like markers or pigments. So you need like little pigment pots. For if you wanted to do like a metallic accent on them. We need the little spatula to clean the spoon off, which are generally shaped like that. Really bad. There's a lot involved in these things. And for your pigment pots, you would need like little brushes for drawing on. So you need those like little flat makeup brushes. And like, I don't want to use markers because they're very they're not IT friendly. The spatula, I can like wrap some rope around the plastic handle and make it look more IT, but everything else, you're gonna need matches. I mean, I suppose I could wrap like a Sharpie up in something. You don't want to take the core of the Sharpie out because it'll just be messy. It's what I usually use as a Sharpie, like a gold or silver Sharpie, and I could just like wrap them in leather or something. So, like, a marker. What else? I like to add, like, ribbon. So maybe some rolls of ribbon. Artist with the worst handwriting. I also want to make paper talismans as well. And you would you stick the wax seal to it there. Same thing with ribbons. You just stick the seal down on the ribbon, and then you have a little ribbon coming off your seal. Those are the ones that I gave to Kit and Maddie for the game. It came in handy for people. And then, like, the only other things I can think of are, like, little additives. Beads and stuff. Some people decorate stuff with beads. You need a cloth. Because when you're doing wax sealing, you need your seal to be as cold as possible so it seals the wax faster. And it makes it less sticky on your seal too. So if you have a cloth, you can wet it down and set your seal on that, and hopefully it won't get too warm. There's a lot of stuff involved in this. I was already limited for space when I went this year, and I'm adding in a tent to my kit. But I think my cooking kit is probably going to be reduced a little bit more. I want to get a smaller bowl. Because I'm using like a really big bowl right now and it's just way too big. I would like to get a smaller one. Maybe I'll get a coconut and make myself a coconut bowl. I'm just thinking. Definitely want the windbreak thing. It was a big problem. People couldn't keep their candles lit. I also want to look into something that's UV reactive to paint the seals with, or I wonder if you could get UV reactive wax. Wouldn't that be neat? A hydrate and a stretch. Well, I do need to unfold my leg from underneath me. Dits and dinos. Dits and dinos. She's yawning, stretching, and singing at the same time. Glow stick cat. Oh my god. I do love that cat emote. This is a piece of your wax seal kit. Pretty much, yeah. I'm still trying to think of anything else that I might need. Oh, there's 2 different kinds of spoons. And I really want to try the other one. The one that's just like the 2 little handles. Because I think that would be more stable on like most of the modern cauldrons that people use. I mean, before, you know, the wax sticks, like, we didn't use beads. We had sticks with a candle wick through them, and we would use that to melt the wax. And, like, it works surprisingly well. Yeah, it's kind of like a crucible, but really, really tiny. It's like thumb-sized. What's that thing up there that looks like a bonbon, like a candy wrapper? And welcome back, by the way. Yeah, what, giant crucibles or bonbons?
Or the wax seal with the wick in it. The two-handed wax bowls. Yeah, I didn't even know they existed until like 2 days ago. Sorry, I'm like leaning back and tying up my hair and stuff. It's a whole process over here. Oh, God, I'm so tired all the time. Like when you Google two-handed wax seal bowl and toilet bowl wax comes up as a suggestion from Google. I mean, sealing wax is not something that gets used very often, so I can understand. You should try spoon instead of bowl. Because it's literally just a spoon. But yeah, I can't really think of much more than this to add other than, like, paper and trinkets and stuff. It's getting hard to find wax rings for sealing toilets. The rubber ones suck. Yeah, the rubber ones do suck. They degrade really fast. The wax ones are really delicate and they break if you're not careful with them, but they last so much longer. Rubber ones are always faulty and degrade, and sometimes they don't fit. The wax ones are just like, you drop it in the hole and... Yep. You drop it in the hole and it's compression fit. If you're misaligned the rubber one as well, guess who's taking everything apart and starting over? Absolutely. But people think the modern material is better, and like, look at synthetic clothes or synthetic fabrics for clothes. They're always falling apart. They create plastic waste. Go on, because we're doing a plaster check, everybody, on Shrimp Thine spines. Give your neck a little stretch, but not too much. You don't want to damage your nerves. Remember, if you're doing the head rotation, don't rotate your head all the way back. That's actually not good for it. You forward, gently to the side, and then gently to the other side. My neck makes a crunching noise, like a crunchy wrapper or like chips being crushed in your palm. And that's probably not good. I need to strengthen my neck muscles a little bit more. Mujos is giving us a hydrate. Thank you, Mujos. We shall take a sip of our cold, milky hibiscus tea now. Still tastes pretty good, though. How you doing, Mujos? You having a good day? Welcome to stream. We're just chatting and pontificating on things. Mostly a in-character wax seal kit. I also want to make one for makeup. Yeah. Yeah. We're both falling apart. Neff, are you available for a conversation later today? I think Harley wants to get together and have a chat. Relaxing day today. Nice. How are the kittens doing? Raise hip. My back shouldn't sound like a pepper grinder, should it? Yeah, that's what my neck does. Sounds like a pepper grinder. My knees, too. I have crepitus in my knees, but I keep forgetting to tell the doctor about my neck. I should make an appointment with my doctor before I move away. I
I should probably do that soon because it usually takes about a month to be able to get to see him. Well, it's a chat about Larktown, so, and you and I are project leads, so that's sort of our job. Things might actually be moving forward, which is terrifying. But yes, wax seal kit. This seems to be just about everything I can think of. A way to store the specific seals that you use, and a windbreak, candles, of course, a cloth to keep your seal cool and to clean things up, markers and pigments, matches, spoons, the wax beads, of course. They still fight, but it looks like it has transitioned to normal play fighting versus murder. That's good. Yeah, you don't want your kittens to murder one another. They're young enough that, like, they'll pick up on the Clowder thing pretty quickly, I think. Tesla took forever to warm up to the kittens, and now he plays with them all the time. I think he's gonna be lonely. I'll have to bring Tesla over for playdates with your kittens. Aw. Yeah, they've moved into Clowder mode, and they're like, you know what, you're here, you're not so bad. It's more terrifying taking a chance at Larktown or staying reliant on people who don't have your best interests at heart. Absolutely, Harley feels the same way. He's pretty much of the same mindset as the two of us, for sure. The, like, we don't have very long, and we're gonna start living now, and we're gonna take the chance. Yes, Harley's a Navy man. His mobility is bad, but he's extremely tech-savvy, like necromancer levels of tech-savvy. Maybe, possibly even more. Hi, Spacebar, do your job. They sound like tiny horses. They run around after each other. Tesla literally has a cut claw because his claws stick out. So he's the tiny horse cat. Your kittens will probably very quickly outgrow Tesla. That's what happened here, too, is the two kittens are just now twice his size. Well, it's Mathis who's literally twice his size and weight. Tesla's 8 pounds and Mathis is 16, but the kittens are like 12 and a half. Okay, I wish you were tired. My sleep schedule's all fucked up too. I was up quite late last night. Harley made me go to bed. She's like, be a good boy now and go to bed. And I was like, no! It was a strange evening. Accidentally opened Microsoft Edge. Oh. You've tried doing that before? What, going to bed? Or telling me to go to bed? It depends on how you tell me to go to bed. Harley seems to have found the way. And Mewjuice especially would understand what I mean by that.
eyebrow wiggle. You can actually see it. It's a decision only you can make. Anyways, I think my plan for the year is to make 2 separate kits. I want to make the makeup kit, and I want to make the wax seal kit. So I want to have 2 beautifully stylized boxes, and one is for makeup, one is for wax seals. Let's see if I can find an example of the kind of, like, box that I want to make for it. There's this makeup company that does, like, really beautiful kits, and they have all of these, like, gorgeous designs. There's one they did recently. I'm gonna find it. Wasn't this one? The problem is, like, I forget the name of the actual kit, so it's like I can't look it up specifically. No, that won't be it. Ah, what's this one? Where's the picture of it? There, found it, finally. Jesus. Alright. That... Why did it not copy the image? That is not the image I meant. Is this gonna work now? There we go. I want to make very beautiful boxes for these things. Like, look at this. It's gorgeous. It's made out of plastic, unfortunately. But, you know, it's still very beautiful. It's the shiny chrome plastic parts that I don't like, but I like the like Chinese style frames on the doors and stuff. So the company is called Flower Nose, and it's a Chinese makeup company. They make these really gorgeous sets. And this one is called the Butterfly Cloud Collar Collection. A cloud collar is a type of additive collar that you put over top of your clothes. And it's got a very specific kind of design pattern. It's very pretty. Get the plastic one to use as a model for making out of real materials. I mean, I have pictures of the plastic one. I don't need to buy the plastic one. But it is very pretty. And I wanted to make the boxes and the kits have this kind of like really high quality like carved wood feel. The smaller like fancy filigree bits I already can make out of I have silicone molds of filigree pieces, and I can just make them out of what you call it, epoxy sculpt, and they become a solid plastic material that you can paint and carve and stuff. So I'll probably do that for the kinds of filigree bits. But I want to make like a nice makeup box so that when I do my makeup at Conquest, because it takes some time, I'm able to have a kit that looks IT. The problem is, like, with doing the makeup, they're like, oh, you have to do your makeup where people can't see it, because all of the makeup stuff is very out of time. So I'm thinking of repotting the stuff that I use on a regular basis for Nameless into like a really nice handmade high quality kit that I can bring to Conquest with me. And so that I can sit there and do my makeup in character. And no one can be like, oh, you shouldn't do your makeup out here because it doesn't look like, you know, it doesn't fit the world. You know, it's like throwing off my groove kind of thing. No, I want to make something that's like, this person lives in this world and they're doing their makeup in this world. And the same thing with the wax seal kits. So that is my goal. Their makeup kits are crazy expensive as well. And I don't think you can even get this one anymore. This is all the stuff that came with it, but like it's gorgeous, right? I kind of like the pale blue as well. But I don't think they sell this kit anymore because their kits are limited edition as well. So like once they're out, they're out. But I like the little cabinet. I don't think for like the products that they sell with the cabinet was designed very well to hold the products that they sell. It's not very practical in a sense. So I want to take that beauty and make it practical on top of beautiful. And the wax seal kit is going to go the same way. It's going to be a box that I can carry. It's going to have glass jars for the wax beads. I think that would be neat. I could probably make a leather one too for like in the field work, but honestly, like Nameless would probably sit down, make a bunch of seals, and then carry them with him on the field instead. I think that would be better. Oh, one thing I forgot. Let's go back to this. You need a silicone mat. And that will be It's easier to look at too. There's so much strain on the eyes. Silicone mat for planting down the wax and being able to peel it up and pass it off. Thanks for the hydrate, Fantasy. Enough, thank you for the stretch, everybody. Just give yourself a little stretch. Get up and give my legs a little shake too. Unfortunately, you can't see me do that because I'm way out of range of my camera. One day I will have motion tracking. And hands. Can you imagine hands? Having hands and legs and arms and all? I have got a prodigious headache coming on. I don't have any Advil on my desk anymore. Imagine putting things away. Like yesterday I needed my my seam ripper and it's all packed up in a box and sealed away and I'm like, God damn it. This is the part I hate about moving. Trying to anticipate what you need in the meantime. Nacho says hello. Hello, Nacho. Nacho shall come by. Hang out. Did you see the pretty boxes that I was thinking of mimicking? I probably wouldn't put anything on the top. But, yeah, I want to have pretty boxes for my makeup kit and the wax seal kit. I'm slowly transitioning my wardrobe out of like regular people clothes to all basically my own design in time fantasy clothes because life is too short to be normal. I'm gonna start wearing my pouch with my ring belt when I go out because it's so fucking convenient. Like, why don't we still wear these? Like, goddamn. Who needs purses? Like, purses can get left behind or stolen, but if your pouch is attached to your belt with like leather straps, it ain't going nowhere. And I understand that's a double negative, which means it's going somewhere, but it's not going anywhere if you're, if it's attached to your belt. No one's gonna snatch your purse. And if you have the right latches on it, no one's gonna pickpocket you either. Because it'll be just too difficult. I feel like the music is so loud, but I know this one song is just really loud. Maybe I should edit that one and make it a little bit quieter and match the volume of the rest of the pieces. Find the hiccups. Oh no, I have the hiccups. Isn't that good? Alright, I think we're just under 3 hours, but I think I'm going to raid out Maybe we'll go to Mocha Maid because they were lurking for a while. They're still lurking, but it's kind of a quiet day today. I think people are really busy today, and I got fucking hiccups. So perhaps we'll go to Mocha Maid. We could go to C-Naught too. It depends on if anybody gives any input in the next, like, 30 seconds. In which case. Yeah, it's a little bit quiet today. And I'm still feeling crusty. Calling in an airstrike. I like some of those, like, firework and misfire videos. The ones where people don't get hurt are funny as hell. Kapow! Yeah, I just kind of, like, reached a little bit of a limit on, like, what I could do today in terms of, like, working on the art and braining stuff. Oh my god, my leg is actually healing. Shock and awe. Guys, my body is actually healing. Imagine getting exercise and sunlight for like a week has already helped my body considerably. That's why I want to live in the woods and get out more. That cat, man. I love it. It's basically Tesla when he's hyper. Okay, do we want Mocha Maid? Mocha Maid is lurking, so we'll go to them. As a thank you for coming by. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Sorry, stream's a bit short. I'm still feeling crusty from yesterday. We'll continue working on Necromancer's Commission tomorrow. And so I will see you guys next time. We're off sailing to other waters. The Franz shall wash ashore on distant seas. Or distant shores. Still working things out. I love you, bye-bye!